Hello everyone. I was reading some of the comments that you were having problems graphing the exponential equations in DESMOS. So I just wanted to show you how to do it. So if we go to DESMOS calculator, I'm going to model the first problem here so you can do the other problems. So first is it is asking you here to fill out this table, then to graph the function, upload an image, and then state whether this is exponential growth, decay, or if it's a linear function. So first of all, let's look at what we have here. Let's remind ourselves first that the type of function we have is in the form y equals a b to the x. So in this case, my a is -1, okay. And let me make this. So a is -1, my b is 6, and the exponent is the x. So even though you cannot see it here, that's really the way it is, okay? So if we go back here to DESMOS, the only thing you need to do is just to put -6 raised to the x, and it's going to graph it for you. Now, if we want to look at the table, so this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it will look. But now, if you want to look at the table, okay, then you can put the numbers that they give you here. And remember that Ms. Torres said that you could use from 0 to 3, but you can actually use any number that you want. Now that you have this graph right here, you can choose whatever number you want. You can choose that. If you're just clicking here, you're going to see your point. If you come right here, you can see another point. So it's really up to you whatever points you want to put. But if you want to stay with the numbers that she gave you, which you don't have to, by the way, you can simply put them here. So 2 and 3. So remember, this is your input right here, and this is going to be your output. And the output says -6 raised to the 0 power. Remember, input, output. So this x is the input, and whatever you're going to get out will be your output. So there, this point was graphed right here. Okay, so remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. So when we raise this base to the 0 power, we will get a 1 as a result. If we do -6 raised to the first power, we graphed it right here. Okay, we got 1, -6. I want to make sure that we understand that the reason why this a right here is a -1 is because it's not given like this. Okay, if you were given something like this, y equals parentheses -6, all that raised to the x, then we have something else. Okay, we will have something else, and we already discussed what this b has to be in between, right? So remember what that means. So that I just wanted to clarify that this negative is actually the a value. Okay, so the way it's written, another way of seeing it is like this: -1 times 6 raised to the x. Okay, that's how it is. So if we go back here and we do again -6 raised to the second power, okay, my numbers are getting really big. So I have to come down here and look at what that is. You can change, remember, your range here. You can probably say, I don't know, -50 all the way to maybe 100, I don't know, let's do 80. And then we want a step of, I don't know, 8. There you go. You can make it whatever you want, honestly. But let's just do one more. Well, that one isn't going to be a very big number. But you can use whatever number you want, okay? You can even choose negative numbers, okay? Whatever you want to choose here. So like if you want to choose here a negative number, let's say that this is a -3, then this is going to be -3. Then the point is right here, okay? That's your point right there. -3, comma, and remember, because this is negative, it's going to be a very, very small number. So you can create your own numbers right here, whatever you want, okay? Let me rearrange these numbers, actually. Well, it's fine. The convention is to put this negative before the positives here, just because that's how it looks in the number line. But you can really make up your own numbers right here. And even if you want to add more numbers in here, that's totally okay. You can add as many numbers as you want, but I think we said 4 numbers are enough. So I'm just showing you here how it will look. Okay, so after you have this, you would come here, okay, and either by what Ms. Barriga showed you about how to either copy or export image, you can do that. Or if you like the snipping tool, you can do that as well, okay. You can just copy and paste here your graph. Okay, here it is. And if you don't want to save it in your computer, you can actually just copy the image and then go back to your, let's see if I can paste it here. There you go. You don't have to save it if you don't want to. You can simply copy and paste. And then you can rearrange this image. And then you're going to put it next to here, next to the graph. Maybe wrapping text, or you can do text. Okay, let me erase this. I'm going to make it blue. Okay. It's fine if it gets all distorted like that. As long as you're able to show it. It's kind of weird. Or actually, if you want to come under here and you want to rearrange this table, and instead of putting it there, you just want to put it under, that would also work. I think that would make it better. There you go. Okay, that would work. That would definitely work. Instead of putting it next to it, you can just put it below it. And then you can just copy the numbers here that you found in your, here. Okay. So that point right here is this point, so that will be 0, -1. And the next point will be -6. And the next point here, oh, actually, you can even do that, look. And you can copy it like that if you want to, so that you don't have to go back and look at what it is. That's even better. There, you can do that too. And with that like this, you can just make it bigger. There, and you don't have to worry about going back. So then you can just start rewriting the numbers here. So 0, -1, 1, -6, 2, -36. In this case, I have -30 and -0.005 here. If you want to change this to 3, just go back and change it here in DESMOS. Okay? Reach out, please, if you have any questions.